Hiya, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris News.
A Rosalie is a Rosalie is a Rosalie.
Viva la musique!
Yes, that is it. That's all I've got because I was doing the news this week and I could only find a couple of bits.
Yeah.
Have I told you that I always have the paranoia of missing out on something ginormous?
No, you haven't, but I imagine, because anytime I look at the news, I feel exactly the same. Can I tell you a bit of news?
Yeah.
We've got new microphones.
So we have.
We do, they're right here, look at these.
Thank you, Patreon pals.
Oh,
Yes, indeed.
Someone's just saying in the chat, can't hear anything.
Oh, can't hear anything?
Yeah, I'm joking.
Anything.
I'm joking, Chris.
Why would you do that to me? Why on earth, after last week,
He's
when nothing worked, why
'Cause-
would you do that to me?
It's April the 6th.
Oh, my word, don't get me started on April the 1st. We can talk about that later, maybe.
It sounds good.
Oh, good. So we've got new
Sounds
microphones.
good.
I've spent all week trying to sort out, after the problems we had last week, trying to get to a state where everything would work just how we wanted it to
angered
work.
him.
I got new microphones and I couldn't get them to work because there was some technical problem with them. So I've had to go back to the manufacturer to find a solution for it. They hadn't come back to me, and now they have come back to me literally this afternoon. So very hurriedly this afternoon, I tried to fix everything and get it sorted. And here we are with audio that works. And I'm hoping that some of the work that I've done on it has helped to make it actually sound a little bit better and stuff as well.
You do great work. I'm going to do great work now, and I'm going to just higher the leg on my side so that the camera's not quite as wonky.
Ooh, higher the leg on your side. Well, actually, Hugh, you're going to go do that. See, Hugh normally sets the camera. He normally does all this stuff. But I did it according to the level on the camera stand. Oh. And it said it was all right. But Hugh's very, very picky about these things.
I think he's made it wonkier. But let's not dwell.
I mean...
Oh, yeah, I have.
Oh, my word. Do you want to do your hey there, hi there, ho there?
Hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney fans, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris show. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share a little of my own situation now. I worked for 12 hours yesterday and 10 hours today, and I just got home about 15 minutes before Chris arrived from his wing, and I'm feeling a little bit compressed, but I felt like this at the beginning of the podcast before, and talking Disney always perks me up. So that's thing number one. There's two more.
There's two more? Go.
One is I'm inexplicably chilly. I don't know why. And I just kind of want you two to scooch in and do the body warm thing. This is how they stay warm in the army.
And penguins. I thought you were going to say it in the Antarctic.
And in the Antarctic. And the other thing is, I also, just before, I had my braces out because I was eating. And I went, oh, I need to put my braces back in. And I think I put them in funny because
She's put them in upside down and back to front.
Tops and bottoms.
I'm very aware they're catching on my lip and I'm sounding a bit funny. So I'm going to stop talking now, guys. Okay. And I'm going to put my fingers in my mouth and rummage my braces a bit.
Okay. Do we want to do a bit of housekeeping?
Yes.
Who are they?
Genuinely forgot what you meant. Like I thought I was reaching for my drink. Like, oh, okay, we'll do that. No, it's this bit.
A bit of ASMR there for you lovers.
Hate ASMR. Hi to Joey, who says, "Hey, lovelies, happy Sunday and the best time of the day." Well, she didn't say the best, a time of the day. I added the.
I was
the
just
road.
frantically waving at Joey, and then I realised that my hand's out of shot, so I have to do this.
Yeah.
I need to remember that.
My question today is, what creation from a Disney or Pixar film do you wish was real? I would love my own Baymax.
Ooh.
I still haven't come up with one.
I would like a pizza planet in Disneyland Paris to come back. I would like it to come back. I would like a pizza planet, please.
I feel that.
A pizza planet, please.
I'd like Pegasus, because he's a creation. I'd just like him to be real.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great. Because he's just like, he's one of the best sidekick characters
What's
in
it
all
make
of
him out?
Disney.
A bit of Nimbus, bit of Curiositaris, bit of Cumulus, bit of Nimbus Stratus. They do a thing, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do, but I can't remember. I don't know that well.
Would you ride it to Aldi
Oh, yeah.
or the co-op?
Well, either, both. Be interesting to see how they do that or if they do that in the musical that's coming soon.
It would.
Oh, they will.
Do you think? I keep seeing clips of like trailers for it online now, with them all singing the "Who put the gladiator."
Hercules.
While Lucy's
very much
thinking
looking forward
of
to that.
hers, Crafting Costume Ken says, "Hey all, good question.
Hey.
I'd say the bed knob and brooms. Oh, sorry, the bed knob from Bed Knobs and Broomsticks for sure."
Yeah, we used to play games of that when we were kids. That was a massive dream for us to be able to travel.
Do you know
wherever
what?
we
That's
wanted in our bed.
It's a great. It's good that because you can play the film on your bed because you just need a bed,
Exactly.
and most people have a bed.
Do you know what we also used to do? We
Not
used to
everyone.
have.
Not everyone.
So in our house when we were growing up,
Most.
the staircase had doors at the top. Had two doors, sorry, at the bottom. So we had bottom of the stairs. It was straight outside, and then left was the kitchen, and right was the sitting room, or vice versa. And we used to use that and pretend it was the TARDIS. So you go in there and shut it, and you'd be in the TARDIS and travel off to wherever. And then when you open the door, you were fighting Daleks or Cybermen, depending on where you turned up.
Bonnie pretended a cupboard at Disney World was a time machine, and she would just get in there and just sit in there, and then she'd be in a time machine.
Yeah, every time I go to Disney, I get in the wardrobe.
She gets in the wardrobe every time.
We're going to sort Bonnie a microphone out, by the way. Once everything's happening right here, we're going to sort Bonnie a microwave out,
And a microwave.
so she can make us food whilst we're
Yes.
doing the show.
Food,
We'll just have
please.
it in the background, so that if she wants to chip in, she can actually be heard.
I'm hungry. Hi to Ruthie. And Johnny's here. Hey guys, DLP ready to drop a massive news dump next Saturday for the 33rd anniversary press conference. Do we reckon we'll get a World of Frozen opening date?
No.
Yes.
I'm very surprised Studio One is opening as early as it is.
Oh, yeah? But that's always been the plan, hasn't it? It was always going to open. It was going to be shut for a year. That was what it always said.
Has it been a year already?
We'd be getting on for, won't it, by the time it reopens?
Okay.
Hello to Emily. Can't believe I forgot. Are we done? Sorry.
So I was just going to say, I've been more surprised how surprised people have been, because it seemed about right to me.
Surprise at the surprise.
Yeah.
Emily can't believe she forgot it was Sunday again. Spring is throwing me through some hoops right now. Not a creation, Joey, but I just want to eat so many food items: a vegetarian gumbo and beignets, the grey stuff, Snow White's pie,
Excuse me, it's Bayonet.
Baymax, gooseberry pie. She stays. Do you reckon that's in the new film?
I don't know.
They basically say, "Oh, she can make a pie. She can stay because she can feed us now." Mm-hmm. Gooseberry pie. She stays. It's one of my favourite bits from Snow White. Sugar Sweet Samantha, aka guys. I don't know if you've heard about this. Seen this? Heard about this?
No.
Sugar Sweet Mama.
Also known as Sugar Sweet Mama.
Oh, you have
says,
seen and heard about it.
Hello everyone. It's been a while. I hope everyone is well. Are we well?
Yeah, I'm good actually.
Tired but well.
Yeah.
Andrew is here. Evening all. Jen says,
Evening all.
"Hey Disney pals, just booked a DLP trip in December with my mum.
Yes.
Nice.
She is so excited to experience Christmas there. Oh. DLP does do
Ooh.
Christmas well. Oh.
Oh my goodness, so well.
So well. Oh. Well, in particular because it gets cold, which some of them don't, do they? Some of the Disney worlds don't.
Ever.
Some of the Disney worlds don't.
You might get actual real snow in Disneyland
So
Paris.
keep us updated with your plans. I know it's a long way off, but it'll fly by.
Hmm.
Andrew says, to answer Joey, I always love the homemade aircraft that they use in Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Oh, yes.
Or
That
better
would be
still,
cool.
the Albatross aircraft on the Rescuers.
Yes, that would be cool as well.
Sugar Sweet Samantha says, not a creation as such, but I would love a helping hand from the woodland creatures or the household objects to help me with my chores. And I'm jealous at Jen, says Samantha. Christmas at DLP is magical. What's Chris doing here? Just doing
Can I just say that the audio sounds pretty good?
I'm glad to hear. Hello to Bonnie, who's under Lucy's name in the chat, waving a pink hand. First pink hand. And a little dabbing emoji. Hello to Ed and Pat. Hello from Pat.
Hey.
Hello from Pat and Mike. I love Disney, says hello. And Maria says, good evening. I would love to have the eat me cookies and the drink me bottle from Alice in Wonderland in real life.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yes. Gina says, evening guys. Loving all your Disney attire this eve.
Mine's not.
Yeah, Chris's button moon. Lucy's got a kind of a vintagey thing on. Where'd you get that from?
Disney World.
It's nice as
And
that.
I'm wearing, and let's be honest, Lucy. I know you, but Lucy got me this for my birthday. It is hideous. I mean, that's kind of the charm of it. But it's like a holiday. It's something you can only wear on holiday, and it's like it's got various holiday Mickeys and flowers and swimming pool things.
I think
busy, isn't it?
That's for your water park day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to show the back, listeners, but
It's got Mickey on a
It
on a
says-
beach towel.
Wave crazy
yeah.
on it.
More on attire later. Who else we got in the chat? We've also got Andrew P and Cheryl.
Hey,
is
Andrew
here.
P. Hey, Cheryl.
And Jay Scalesy.
Hey.
Award-winning photographer. Lisa's here. My creation choice.
I'm Brigitte.
My creation choice. Oh, I had a good one the other day. My friend was describing. She was describing what she would call someone who's very normal as a woman, and she calls them generica.
Generic.
Lisa says my creation choice would be the magic jumping in the chalk painting in Mary Poppins. The magic jumping
Oh,
in the
yeah.
chalk
We used to play
painting.
those games as well when we were kids.
Tanya says, what about the flying carpet? I'd love that.
Yes.
Pat agrees.
I mean,
so
if you're
many
getting something
things.
from Aladdin, you have to get the lamp there, surely.
Danny's loving the
I
shirt.
hadn't-
Danny's loving the shirt, guys. Loving the shirt.
All right, Hugh.
Random question. Oh, well, I'm actually reassuring Lucy because
I don't think Hugh likes
I
the
called it
shirt, to be
hideous.
honest. Yeah.
I wouldn't wear it in my hometown.
No,
Where are you now, Hugh?
that's fair. Neverland.
You're in your hometown right now.
Disney Street. Random question, says Danny.
I've got it.
Oh, is that Daniel? Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. 211. Random question. Have you guys got any tips for what hotel to book? I'm trying to choose between Cheyenne and Sequoia Lodge.
Oh, you see, that's
Oh, and
Sophie's choice right there, isn't it?
Well, no, for me it's not because the pricing's pretty much the same, isn't it? At the
Is it
moment?
now?
It certainly has been recently. I just think Sequoia offers more. Firstly, if it's got a pool.
Here's the thing: if
It's
the
closer.
price is the same, you go for Sequoia.
I agree.
If the price is the same, however, it's designed for the price to be like that. Doesn't
Yeah.
always work out that way, but it's meant to be a cheaper hotel with Cheyenne. So if you save a few £100 by booking Cheyenne, book Cheyenne because it's ace.
Jen
It's an
says-
extra 5 minutes walk maybe
Yeah.
from Cheyenne, but I would say
And the
Cheyenne for me
theming's
is the
great.
second best.
Oh, it is.
Jen
but
says Sequoia all the way.
well,
Yeah.
Sequoia's
We
still
love
my
Sequoia
favourite.
here, though, don't we?
Sugar Sweet Samantha says Sequoia. Cheryl's here. Got my headphones in to listen because I now have a countdown, but it's a secret one for my husband's 40th. Booked to the Marvel.
And he's 32.
Booked to the hotel Marvel. Marvel Hotel for the 1st of November, which was £600 cheaper than the day before.
Wow.
Nice, nicely done. Theory's here. Good evening, everyone. Audio sounds great. The Disney get-up
good.
is great.
Hey.
Right, that's about it. Let's have a quick drink before we get to the news because it'll get cold.
Okay.
Hey, ole, it's showtime! All together! Your tiki 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 cup in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, I'll drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
Chris and I, Lucy's having a fruity tea, but Chris and I are having what I've christened the Tina Colada. It's pineapple tea with a bit of coconut milk, and it's very, very subtle. To me, it just tastes like tea. But there are nuts. There are tropical nuts in there.
A Tina Colada.
Yes.
That's
Colada.
absolutely genius.
Yeah, well done.
No, I wish I'd had that.
Well, Chris has tasted it, and like he doesn't agree, but
No.
it's not that good actually.
It tastes like tea.
It does taste like tea.
It smells like pineapple.
Yeah.
I'm not getting enough coconut, if anything. That's the one thing for me. I have additional drinks, though.
Oh, you do, don't you?
I do. I've brought us all a pornless, starless martini. It's an alcohol-free passion fruit martini.
The first drink I've had this year was on Monday. It was my birthday. I was 44, and I had one of these, one of the nitro cocktails. It was an espresso martini, and when you open it, it goes.
Well, I had one of these. I had one of these on Friday. Because I'd run out of beer and I wanted something else to drink, and obviously it's not alcoholic, so I put a very big glug of coconut rum into it because you got me some of that for my birthday.
Cut it with that.
And speaking of birthdays, happy birthday, Hugh. I got you this because I looked at it and I thought, I really like the look of that bottle.
That is a beautiful bottle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, I might have a bottle of this upstairs, but
Well.
not in this bottle.
Well, there we are.
It's just in a boring bottle.
I got really excited because I like the look of
amazing.
it, and then I got it home and realised it's made by Brewdog, and that made me feel a little bit cheap.
dirty.
Yeah, a little bit dirty, a little bit cheap.
Well, I'll overlook that. It's duo rum, and I like how the label is split in half.
Yes.
To signify the duo aspect of it.
And just to let you know, Hugh,
Spiced rum.
Speaking of the label, they're not perfectly aligned, as you'll see, but I went through every single one in that supermarket
I think that's
to find the one
intentional.
that was as aligned as possible, because some of them had just been slapped on without any thought at all.
I think that's kind of intentional.
Yeah, well, that it looks intentional there. It didn't look intentional
Hold it
on
up
the
to
others.
the camera.
I also saw a different one that I nearly bought you, and part of me, I'm living with a bit of regret at the moment. 'Cause
Thank
I think
you.
Maybe I should have got the other one, but hopefully it's nice.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Happy birthday.
Cheers. Shall we do a spot of news?
Let's
Just address this first. Gina has said, this is just a quick question answer. My husband and I have begun to talk Florida for next year, as he's a massive Nintendo fan. So Epic Universe opening has convinced him. Yay! Any advice regarding bookings, hotels, etc.? We only do Disney hotels, so we don't know otherwise. But it very much depends on your budget. If you want to stay in a luxury hotel for half the price, we recommend renting DVC points. Otherwise, get a good old package. And we don't know about villas and Universal because we don't do that.
Like a good package.
You never timestamp Hugh, do you?
Oh,
No,
I've
Lucy,
mentally timed-
I have plausible deniability with what I say. I just said I like a nice package.
I only I don't stamp any of it, Lucy. It's Hugh that does it all. So if there's ever any cuts, it's because he's decided what needs to be cut. It's nothing to do with me. And if I'm absolutely brutally honest, it was only maybe the first 3 or 4 episodes of the classic show where I actually did bother doing that. These days, I just slap it on and get it out there as quick as I can. Which was
to know.
Wednesday this week. I'm so sorry, everybody, that the podcast came out so late this week.
I never did a thumbnail
Lucy's
this
mouth
week.
bigger, longer, and uncut.
So news. Oh, sorry, was there something else before we...
Nope.
Let's do
That's
a
that.
quick spot of news. So the first thing, Rosalie is a Rosalie, quoting the poem about a rose is a rose is a rose from 1913. The Rosalie, what's it called? The Rosalie, what's the name of that thing?
Bistro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's now got another bit on it.
Ooh.
You know about this?
Yes.
Seen this? You heard about
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Yes, but tell the audience.
Question is, can I find?
It's
It.
at the bottom of the lake, isn't it? Like
Like
literally on the
Atlantis,
bottom of it. Like it's in the bit on the way to the Art of Marvel hotel. It's like that last little bit of the lake there on that corner.
Oh, yeah.
Is where it is.
Cool.
And it's like a little, I was going to say chalet. That's not the word. What's the word?
Terrace.
Yeah, but it's not really a terrace, is it?
Well, they're calling it a terrace.
I know they are. It's like you know when you go places and places have
Sorry,
a bar
they're
outside.
not actually. They're calling
it's
it.
that.
They're calling it a cafe terrace. Terrace.
Okay, I won't do that.
It's like you know when you go into town, pick a town, and
Dorset.
Yeah, and the bar's got like an outdoor bit with an extra bar in it. It's basically
Dorset's
that,
not
isn't
a town.
Well, a town in Dorset.
it? Pool.
Yeah.
You're in pool, and the Hogshead pub now has an extra bar outside
Ding
it,
myself. Yes.
and that's pretty much what it's like, isn't it?
So
I'm guessing they sell like
says here
snacks and wine.
it's going to be designed as an authentic, warm, and welcoming space,
Or as opposed to an inauthentic, warm,
Yeah.
welcoming
Yeah.
space.
like everywhere else.
Like a pretender to the.
There's room for 66
hospital.
guests.
66.
Yeah, allowing them to relax on the spacious 115-metre square terrace in lush green setting, sheltered by large beige parasols. Wow! imagine putting that in your press release. Sheltered by large beige parasol. Beige.
The word beige, I know.
Don't ever just advertise something as being beige.
But
That's
In
that-
spite of the fact that it's a colour, do we think that it doesn't translate very well?
a byword for dull, isn't it?
How
it's very-
spacious is it again?
It's very beige.
That's
how
everything you need
spacious
to
is it?
know about
115
current.
metres squared.
115
Disney
metres
design.
squared. 115. It's quite long, isn't it? So what is it, about 3 metres wide?
There's going to be a kiosk in the middle of it, and so it's going to be selling snacks and light meals. Perfect for sunny days. It's going to be open in April. I don't know when exactly in April. I think it's till August.
It looks nice, and the beige goes well with the general appearance of the main bistro as well.
Oh, sorry, April to October makes more sense because September can be quite warm. Sometimes we get our warmest weather in. You know when people start doing that around August, they go, "Well, September we often have our warmest." No, we don't.
Do you know what I?
We don't though, do we? It's very rare you get like a.
Do you know what I say every year?
Brilliant day in
And
September.
it's probably the equivalent of that. Is when people start to celebrate spring in March. I go, well, we've had snow in April.
It's true.
It is true. It's
Yes.
probably a boring observation.
I don't think it's boring. It's just
So-
an observation.
Are we going to be going to Petit? It's called Petit Rosalie.
Little Rosalie.
Little Rosalie.
Rosebud.
I'm just moving the microphone in a bit
Rosebud.
closer. I'm just conscious of the fact that we're quite close and you were further away, so I'm just making it so you can't move now.
Do you know,
Wedged in.
there's just something about today and the fact that I've come here post work that just made me kind of sit back and think, I'm going to let you two bants.
I like this.
It's funny
fact,
because we normally get told off when we do that.
I know, not today.
This does feel more casual. It feels like you could probably just walk up and go, you got a table? Oh, I can,
Yeah.
I can have a snack. You know, and
We
it's,
do not have a table.
It's informal.
We have only 66 seats.
Yes, we're at 60.
We are full.
We are at 65, and the two of you, it is no good.
Where do you have to wait if there's no? Do you reckon?
In the lake.
Do you reckon they'll give you a vibrating tablet to take
Yeah.
away into the village?
They
with
say, please, would you get in the lake?
Get in the lake.
No. You must
Get
wait.
in the lake.
You must wait in the lake.
And on a bit of a brighter note, getting away from the beige, have you seen
Yeah.
any of the plans for the Lego store? They've got like a full Disneyland Paris castle built in it. It looks awesome.
How? What do you mean full? How big can you get in it?
You can't get in it. It's
I want to get in it.
You can't get in
But
it.
I
do you
want to
know,
get in that castle.
You sound like that girl. I want to pet that dog. Can I pet that dog? Have you seen that video
I think so. Yeah.
with the bear?
do you know what I'm
Oh, yeah.
missing though? Is we've missed that lovely model of it in Disney Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
So now we've got one in Lego Store, yay.
Yeah, it's good. It looks like it's going to be pretty nice when it all opens up.
Guys,
I've finished my tea.
Lucy's mic is upside down. Does she sound upside down, guys?
Mine's
Do I
upside down as
sound, do I
well.
sound Australian?
Struth.
No, you don't. So that was a bit of news. Hey, listen. Oh, right. Chris is opening his. His
Oh,
nitro.
no.
Listen.
It didn't quite go. Like I had it in a bath. Here's the thing. I want to show you the thing about Tiki. We're very Tiki oriented on this
Yes.
program. Is a lot of people will cite Disney World as like one of their first experiences, and it's not my first experience, but it's one of the things that's got me into Tiki a lot more. Is Disney World. Anyway, just want to show you this book. Lucy got me this book called Palm Springs Tiki. And it's like
Ooh.
postcards and things. Polynesia in the desert. You know, California Tiki bars and lounges and things and artworks, and it's really cool.
Nice.
It's really nice. Another thing I got this week, because I forgot to mention it last week, was we're bounding as The Incredibles one day, and Bonnie's got one here. So
It'll be
our
a
friend,
Tuesday.
our friend Kat got like a family pack of Incredibles items. So she got Bonnie a Incredibles t-shirts, like, you know. And I spent ages not ages, about 2 minutes. But if but you know what it's like? It's not the first website. It's not the second website. It's not on eBay, but it is. But it's only from America. Anyway, I eventually found on Redbubble a Syndrome T-shirt, and it's got a giant S on it, and it looks okay from this angle. That's me talking behind the shirt. But if you look closely, Chris,
That's not black.
it's supposed to be black.
The sleeve's black.
Now the sleeve is black, but because it's not like printed onto the T-shirt normally, it's like the entire panel is a separate piece. That entire
Yeah.
chest piece,
And it looks blue.
frontis piece, yes. So
it?
now I like to moan, as we all know, but I don't like to complain. Play it.
Oh, you must be grumpy.
Bonnie just did it, just mirrored you then off camera. That was,
So
that
I did
was
actually,
lovely.
because this, by the, you know, because it's like a one-off printed, you know, it's a
Yeah.
print on demand. Like, by the time the postage and everything came in, it was like 35 quid for this thing. So I thought, but it's not black and white like the picture shows. It's a bit blue. You can't really see.
Because the whole front panel will have been white
Do you know what?
and it's been printed that colour.
I think you
Yeah.
can see if I
I
hold
get
it
it.
up. The difference in colour.
Yeah.
So I was a bit unhappy about that. So I got back to them and I said, it doesn't match. And they say, well, because the way it's printed, it's not supposed to match exactly to the T-shirt because
Yeah.
it's printed. And I was like, But they said, here's 20 quid or something. So I got another T-shirt. So I could keep this. And you know what? It's not perfect, but I'll take it if I have to. But also then I got another T-shirt. And now this, I did spend ages. I literally spent about an hour and a half going through Redbubble, looking at every Tiki T-shirt. And I got the most boring one. I almost got a Tiki Room one. Disney's Tiki Room. But I just got this like white South Seas restaurant thing. But this goes under a Hawaiian shirt, you
Yeah,
see.
of course it does.
And then it just finishes off the look.
Yeah.
Now, Chris had something to say about the print on his T-shirt. This, I would say, is too low down, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It's very low down. It sits below the nipples, I would say. This like on the belly is this design. I don't think it's supposed to be. It should be.
And because the text
On the
is
chest.
because the text is off is the text and the palm tree center it, if that makes sense. It kind of has this look that it's nudged to one side a little bit as well when it's not.
Yeah. But although it might be nudged to the one side because they just slap it on and
Slap it
print it,
on,
don't
yeah,
they? It's like my Dinoland one. It's T-shirt hour here, guys. Now, I designed this and got it made on T-Public.
T-Public.
And-
That's where our shirts can be
It
purchased.
is. We have shirts. Link below, I believe. Now, this is all right, but again, it's slightly stretched where it says Dinoland. It's stretched a bit upwards. You see what I mean? It's taller than it should be.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the fabric moves when they print it. Anyway, that was T-shirt talk.
Well,
Thanks for
so
coming.
just while we're on T-shirt talk, Sugar Sweet Samantha asked if this is a Truffle Shuffle shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a Truffle Shuffle shirt. My issue with this shirt is
Is the issue.
is this. I bought a couple now because I went and bought some from HMV after I got the Fraggle Rock one that I showed you all a few weeks ago, and I really like the shirts. I like the fit, but this one doesn't fit the same as the other ones do. So I'm a bit disappointed about that. But also, look at the size of it.
It's a large print.
It's massive. It's not large. It's a massive, massive print, and I just feel like it could have been just slightly smaller. Not a lot. But
It needs to breathe a bit
smaller.
more. It's not easy to take it all in
No, it's too much.
unless you like
it's just-
puff your chest out and bare all.
It's just too much. But I do like the design. I just wish that it wasn't quite so big.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was this week's edition of First World Problems.
Where did you say yours was from, Lucy?
Disney World.
Oh yeah,
Like it was.
you got
I always
chocolate,
have
got
like.
chocolate on it.
I know. It's KFC actually. Oops. I always have like one kind of that's gonna be my purchase this holiday, that kind of stock, and it takes me the first week to kind of decide what it is, and the second week to go around like looking and checking, and I like to buy things on mobile checkout. Let's leave it there, and yeah, I could find it all over the place, but not anywhere with mobile checkout. And then eventually I found it on like the last day, and it was doing that thing that would always happen to you, where there was a man and his wife like looking at that rack and trying on everyone in the shop for size, and all I wanted to do was reach through and grab my size, and I had to like stand, and you guys were waiting for me somewhere, and I just had to hover for absolutely ages.
I think in those instances, now this is easier said than done. You could go, Sorry, would you mind if I just grabbed that? I don't actually say that. I just reach over.
And huff.
I might go, excuse me. You know, I'll make an effort to be polite.
I go,
But I
can I just get in there?
I kind of at the same time want them to know that they're in the way. So I'll just go, excuse me.
Why?
But Lucy just waits.
Can I just
do,
say
awkwardly.
these Funkin Nitro cocktails, alcohol free, are really, really tasty.
Let me open mine. There was the noise.
That was the noise. Yeah, I opened mine too quickly. They were 4 for £3, and they're £2 each in Morrison's. But I think they're really good, aren't they?
Delicious.
Can you imagine that cut with a bit of coconut
Yeah.
rum though?
This is the thing about tiki drinks. I love all the ingredients. I love the mango, I love the pineapple, the coconut, the passion fruit, the guava.
Yeah.
It's exotic, it's aspirational. It's almost otherworldly.
I'm with you 100% on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want a good alcohol-free cocktail, these are good, really good. They're called Funkin Nitro cocktails.
This does sound like a sponsored segment. It really does.
Hashtag non-spawn. Not spawn.
No, non-spawn.
Non-spawn. Oh dear. There might be a bit of sugar in this.
Oh, hey, look. Speaking of tiki, because people will probably message me when they see it, I found this tiki planter in the range.
That's nice.
It was a tenner, though. It was a tenner. But it was worth it. But it's got one of my little chili plants in. Growing it myself.
I've got some chili plants. I've got 13 of them.
Yeah, we got loads. I've got ones to give away.
We should start a...
Not on the show, because I'm not transporting a plant in the
what do you
mail.
call it? A nursery. We should start a nursery.
Yeah. You should. Lucy hasn't looked at the windowsill. It is chock-a-block up
I
there.
have. I looked this morning when I was doing my printing.
Right, the other bit of news was
news.
Viva la Musique, the official soundtrack for Disney Music Festival, has been teased by Disney in preparation for the launch of the festival on the 19th of April. Shall I hold it up to the mic and have a little cheeky listen?
Yeah. Not for too long, though.
We'll have to find it first.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Right,
that's
it's
generally
here,
how
it's
it
here,
works,
it's here.
how it works,
So-
isn't it?
Turn up your device volume, oh yeah.
That's probably enough.
Yeah.
It's catchy.
Oh.
It's got a good hook.
Yeah.
Good hook.
Yeah.
Anthemic.
It's trying to decide if it sounds like it's slightly dated. Like it's almost like, have you heard of millennial core? It's a bit like that, you know, like life is good and stamp hey and a
Oh.
and a banjo creeping in.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
Millennial core. Although are people craving that? Are they nostalgic for that now already? Just a few years later?
It's retro, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You're Gen X, aren't you? Technically.
Yeah.
Tell me, so I
Yes,
don't
you are.
know. But very borderline.
I'm as old as a millennial can be.
Me and Hugh are the oldest millennials.
I'm 1981. I was going to say I'm 81. I'm 81. 1981, and I think it's 1980 or 81. I'm about as old as you can get.
I think up to 1980.
But I'm not. I mean, I don't believe in all this stuff.
I am a Zennial, though, which is like a Generation X millennial.
Me too,
You're a
big
Zennial,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what
Because
I
I
am?
just don't relate to
I just think
all
you're,
this
I just think
millennial.
you're Generation X.
Am I?
Which
Yeah.
is, do you know what though? That is. Honestly, I think that's the coolest generation.
I think Gen
I don't
X.
I mean, how has my life been different to yours? In those 2 years, those extra 2 years I had.
I do think there's the cut off thing is a bit ridiculous, but I do think there's a personality of age group
Yeah.
things, and I think that we share a thing, and it's a bit ridiculous that it's cut off. But I definitely feel a bit more Gen X than I feel millennial when it's discussed.
So is my brother Gen X as well? And if he's
He'll be on the
1980?
cusp like we are, I think.
No, I think he's a millennial.
Is he a millennial?
I hope so, because he was in my maths class. So.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if there was a Gen X and a millennial in the same class.
I would say around Si and
French.
Dan, my brothers, there's always been times when I don't entirely get what the hell they're on about in the way they talk and the things they talk about. And I've definitely spent times when I've been quite self-conscious of that, because I don't spend a lot of time with people of my generation, really. I tend to hang around with either younger people or much older people. I'm not friends with anyone that I went to school with.
I think I'm just going to try and force this back to Disney now, but I think there's a definite generational thing with what Disney movies you're really into. And it's not necessarily what was released, because it also comes to what your vault movie was.
Well,
Do
yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like things that you watched that were kind of coming around and being big again, and things you watched for the first time at the cinema.
Yeah.
So
Jungle Book.
We were big on Jungle Book. We were big on Aristocats. We were big on Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, yes. Aristocats,
Hood.
not so much.
Not so
But
much.
Robin Hood was one of the first VHS releases, wasn't it?
That might be why.
I think it was certainly in that very early stage of the VHS releases. That was one of them. So I think that's probably why. Jungle Book's because I saw that at the cinema. I remember it vividly, and it's also why I love the Mickey's Christmas Carol, which I think I've said before. What else did I like? It took me a while to get to any of the Dumbo. I love Dumbo. That was always about Pinocchio. I absolutely love Pinocchio.
My family weren't huge cinema goers either, so we didn't get to see Beauty and the Beast at the cinema, but we did get somebody bought us the VHS of Aladdin for Christmas. But you'll have been getting a bit old for Disney films when Aladdin came out, presumably.
Yeah, Dan liked Aladdin. I went to the cinema to see Little Mermaid. So, but that's 1989, isn't it? When was Aladdin? 91.
I think it's like
Later.
92,
92, 93, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably was getting a bit old for that, and I don't know what I would have been watching then. Goodness me, not a clue. Not a clue.
Eurotrash.
Eurotrash, yes.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of Eurotrash,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Andrew says that sounds a bit Eurovision.
Ah.
Not a winner, but middle of the leaderboard.
Oh, yeah.
And then, should I say that I love Eurovision, says Andrew, so that's not meant to sound derogatory. We love Eurovision. We're going to miss it this year, aren't we?
know.
you missed it last year, didn't you?
It's always my fault.
We're going to watch it the morning after, which I do like to do, actually. Get up early and watch it
Oh, yeah.
with a continental breakfast.
Then you don't have to be shattered.
Yeah. That's kind of a nice thing to do, is that?
Oh, yeah.
I recommend it. Although you can't get
Do you like
involved
the song this year,
with
the
the chat.
UK
I
song?
can't remember it. I'm not even sure I've heard it, to be honest.
It goes, what the hell just happened?
Guys, can I try and keep you Disney talk?
Well, I'm
because we keep
going
going
to go
along.
back to the chat.
Okay, lovely.
You know, this was like a little
You said
a little branch.
You said I'm just going to let you guys bounce. That's what you said. I'm just going to let it happen.
Yeah.
We're still on the what's the main timeline called? The one true timeline in Loki.
Yeah, okay.
But we're just gonna dipped into a little Eurovision branch and then back again.
Sarah Davies is in Florida for Eurovision. And the thing is, I think it would be really cool. If we were in Florida for Eurovision, I would try and get a bunch of like Brits together in some kind of location.
Oh, I
and
reckon
get
you
them
would
to
love
play
that.
it. That would be really good. It'd be like 3 PM, wouldn't it?
No, I wouldn't.
Bring a lot of strangers together. I would think that DLP could do a really good Eurovision party.
Thing
Yeah.
is, I will.
Is it a big deal? Like, is it a big deal there? We've never been during Eurovision.
No, can I just say, and I'm getting off Disney topic now, but for me, last year's Eurovision, it got a bit X-rated for me. I think they've gone a bit too far down the.
Shock.
You know what I mean? Like, it was getting a bit lascivious and stuff. And I know that it's kind of got that freeing thing, but I think it's because, like, Bonnie stays up and watches it now
Yeah,
and
yeah.
enjoys the voting. And I was getting a bit like,
Yeah.
this isn't family friendly at all points.
It's turned into a bit like the odd act just has to do like a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
A shock
Well, there's one
factor
this
thing.
year, isn't there, with the lyrically, isn't there?
I don't know.
So I
The
don't.
song's called Kant.
Right.
But that's not what it sounds like.
Okay.
So I don't think it would be deemed Disney-esque particularly.
No, maybe
No,
not.
no.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I said no. You said maybe not. Maybe not.
Not at 3 PM in a Disney bar, perhaps.
Hey, Gina's having an amaretto and Pepsi Max
Oh,
What?
that sounds
in
good.
a tiki cup. as
Pure filth.
Easter Halls means no work tomorrow.
Just plain Pepsi Max, or is it mango? I've seen Pepsi Max
Pepsi
mango
Max
started creeping back in.
mango.
By the way, we've got a bottle of amaretto at home. That sounds good.
It does. Cheryl says, we've stayed at Endless Summer, which is the budget Universal Hotel. This was in answer to
Oh yeah.
Gina's question, wasn't it? Also stayed at Cabana Bay with a Volcano Bay view, which was also amazing.
Oh man, the whatever it's called, Epic Universe stuff's looking pretty incredible, isn't it?
It is. We're gonna have to go.
There's going to be a real need for Disney to up their game.
Sounds sad
a little
about
bit,
it.
I
We're gonna
think.
have to go.
It's becoming more pressing for me.
Yeah.
Not just keep churning the same stuff out in different parks.
It's
but to actually
market
do
share, isn't
something.
it? You see, the worst thing is they are trying with like this Villains Lands
Yeah.
and all that kind of thing, but the result is that Universal have got this brand new, shiny, immaculate theme park, and the Magic Kingdom's going to be a bomb site for the next 5 years.
And the result is the filling in the the river.
Exactly, which I'm gutted about. So I don't think we're winning in this market share thing, market share competition.
Sarah says we're doing a night at Endless Summer Surfside at Universal in May. See, this doesn't mean anything to me because I don't really know what Endless Summer is. Doing it in May to get in the park early. It's Universal's value resort. Oh, that explains what it is then to me. That's answer to my question. John says Lego Story is looking great.
It is.
And Sarah, in reference to the tune, always loved DLP tunes. I am a pirate, I am a princess.
My phone just thought you said Siri and not Sarah.
Siri, play I'm a pirate, I'm a princess, Disney.
It's gone off now.
Okay. Yeah, then we talked about Eurovision. Matt Frost says, I miss the VHS days.
I do as well, you know.
do.
There's something nice about putting a video in and just that clunky noise that went into the machine.
Thing
Some
is,
people still buy VHS tapes and watch
we
them.
owned like about
Movie nights.
8 movies, and we watched them over and over and over again. And I know it's good having choice now, but I miss having films that I just loved.
I had a massive collection of VHSs, and I took them to the arts group where we do our shows as props for the first thing that Hugh was in down there.
According to Hoyle.
According to Hoyle, and I've never seen them since. As far as I know, they're still there somewhere.
What was the... I was packing something into a box in the opening scene.
Videos.
It was videos.
It was all videos, yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of them. Tons and tons and tons of videos.
101 Dalmatians is my favourite, says Sarah, but I'm...
Yeah.
And The Little Mermaid, Aladdin Generation. So am I, I guess. Love Mickey's Christmas Carol, says Crafting Costume Ken. Shall I just call you Ken? I think so.
I like.
I probably won't actually.
Fox and Hound, sorry.
But the record, the Ghost of Future was the. Hang on, you talk.
The Fox and the Hound was a film that I saw at the cinema and stuck with me, and one of the films that I absolutely love. But I managed to avoid Black Cauldron.
Yeah, I never saw it. I've only seen it once, and that's when we reviewed it. And I do want to watch it again because I liked it.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's absolutely good.
We do a little get to know you question every day before rehearsals at the moment, and the other day it was, what's your favourite Dance Around the Kitchen tune? And someone said, Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Company. And which is a good tune, to be fair. It's as Billy Joel has ever been. And it just prompted a big roasting of Oliver and Company. Well, no, from me.
What's your Dance Around the Room song?
Well, my aunt, I've got loads, but I said Grace Kelly by Mika.
Oh, yeah, good.
Dance around the what?
Dance around the kitchen.
The
song.
kitchen, in particular, the kitchen.
Well, you know, you're cooking, you put some music
song
on,
do you
you have
put
a
on?
little groove.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember. I'll come back to you. It's something by Devo.
I would like to know that for people in the chat if you want to answer. It can be a Disney song.
But see, my songs tend to be singing songs.
Peekaboo by Devo.
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
But mine tend to be singing songs rather than Dance Around the Room songs. So I would say La Tristessa de Herrera by Manic Street Preachers, randomly.
My
it's a
singing
proper
songs are
belter.
saved for the car when people can't hear me. There's people in the... Yeah.
You're not invisible inside your car. Modest Mouse taught us that. Anyway.
And my singing
Sorry,
song
Disney.
would be You and I by Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Oh, what's that Delamitri song? That's Roll to Me. That's my proper singing song. Because it's only about 2.5 minutes long, so you can just get through it nice and quickly. It's good fun to sing. Good.
Oh,
Love it.
Crafting Costume Ken retyped because I couldn't I couldn't process what you'd said there. The ghost of future yet to come on the LP was the hag from Snow White.
Ooh.
Thanks for clarifying that, because I got a bit flummoxed.
Somewhat
with
flummoxed.
the wording before. Yes. Oh, that's interesting. Little nugget of fact for you there.
My brother went to F-Telling this week.
Oh yeah.
He said it was great. It was like Disney but smaller and without the IP.
So where is that for people who don't know, Chris?
It's in the Netherlands.
Is the quality the same?
He said it was really good. Yeah, he said it was just like being at Disney. He said it was absolutely amazing. But that's all I've had detail wise from him so far.
So it's not like Alton Towers then?
No.
Now, not to question your brother,
Yeah.
but sometimes someone who maybe doesn't go to Disney as much as we do might say that, and then you'd go there and you'd go, I disagree with
He's
him
been
there.
to
Yeah,
Disney
but
though,
he
hasn't
went to Disney last year.
Is he trustworthy?
Yeah, we went to Disney last year and he was blown away by it.
Yeah.
And I've talked to him about that in depth and he compared it to Disney.
Wow. So
To his experience at
that is
Disney. So
praise indeed.
yeah, so it should be all right. We're
It should
definitely-
be all right.
Well, I said to the boys, I said, we're going to wait because Dan and Becky are there this week for 2 days. So we're going to wait. I'm not going to book those tickets until they come back and tell me if it's any good. And so as soon as they said that, Lucas said, right, well, we're definitely going then.
Oh.
Oh.
And Ollie only wants to
And
go.
I'm paying.
Yeah, I'm paying. Ollie really wants to go to F-Telling so that he can see the donkey pooing coins.
Oh, okay.
Gina says,
very sad.
Laura by the Scissor Sisters is my kitchen dancing song. Currently, singing is Dancing Through Life from Wicked, the movie version. Ironic that my singing kitchen song has the word dance in it.
Oh, yeah, that's my wife's song, Laura, by Scissor Sisters. So we don't listen to it very often.
Oh.
Me and Bonnie have got a playlist for the car that's like the best musical opening numbers playlist.
I just remembered what my dance song is. It's Mixed Business by Beck. What a great tune that is. Do you know that one? Mixed business with pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make a playlist of like everybody else's kitchen
Midnight
dancing
Vultures.
songs.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to love Beck. I had a Beck song in a shop today, and I thought, that's Beck, isn't it? Like, it is Beck. I even Shazammed it. And I was like, yeah, of course it's Beck. It was something about, no, I'm going to say something about a loser, but it's not that one.
I'm a loser.
No, it's, I forget what it's called. I'll look up my Shazam.
Oh, I also like to jump up and down to Lust for Life when needed.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
But just like a double-footed jump like that, just around the kitchen like that.
Yeah.
Lost Cause by Beck. You know that
Lost Cause, no.
one? Baby, I'm a lost cause. It's not like a big one, but yeah,
No,
that was
I'm
on in
sure
the shop
you know
today.
that
Anyway. Do you know what? This is one of those weeks where we're just chatting.
We're literally,
we're
we're really struggling to direct this in a Disney way. Do you
Doesn't
know
matter,
what's
though.
happened?
There's no agenda.
I know, but usually I do the
Agendum.
agenda and I've been working. Huey.
Yeah, but sometimes this is nice. It doesn't
I
have to be
agree.
perfectly structured.
but-
It's a nice rambling conversation.
And just to bring us back around a little bit, but not massively,
Criticise my
we've opened up
rambles.
the EMT show for this week. So if you want to
Yeah.
come and join our EMT show, all you have to do is follow the link and go and find the post after it all finishes, and you can come and join us. And Ollie's written a quiz. He got very excited. He's written a characters quiz.
How old is Ollie?
Ollie is 8. There are 15 questions, but there are degrees of difficulty. So it starts with the easy and it gets up to hard. So he's very excited about this.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can show you what I'm going to have to. Well, actually, I've made some notes since, but this is what he's given me to work with.
Excellent.
That's
He
something.
said, you can't take that with you, he said, because they'll be able to see the
8-year-olds.
answers. I said, they're not going to be able to see the answers.
No.
I'm not going to be able to read it.
Yeah.
So I've written it all out on my phone, so I've got all the questions. But yes, you can come and join us at the EMT show, and you can get all that for free to this week, because we wanted to give a bit of a test, and also because Ollie said to me, you're doing it on the EMT show, but will anybody see it? I want people to do my quiz.
Oh,
so
bless
please, like,
him.
just have a heart, all of you.
Have a
And just
heart.
come and spend 20 minutes and do a quiz on Patreon with us, because it'll make Ollie happy.
This is
Okay.
Ollie. He spent nearly 20 minutes writing
The
a
Shoop
quiz.
Shoop
2
song.
days it's taken him.
The Shoop Shoop song by Cher.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Shoop, shoop. If you want to know if he loves you so.
I thought
If he
he loves you so, it's in his kiss.
That's where it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hyper Ballad by Björk. That's a good one.
Singing. I think one of my singing songs would be something like. I like to do a bit of Bewitched, Frank Sinatra.
Some people say I look like me ma.
I fight like my dad as well. We are scripting now, aren't we? Should we just end it and go to the EMT show?
No, come on. Let's.
I've got trip reports. Have we got time for one?
Yes,
Yes.
we do. Why haven't we been doing trip reports? What have we been
I
talking
don't know,
about?
because you lot won't shut up.
We've been enjoying ourselves.
Oh, no, I tried to press the audience trip
I
roundup
haven't.
button.
I hope you've been enjoying ourselves.
I tried to press the audience trip roundup button, but it's obviously gone back up into the cloud again, so can you help me?
Yes.
Audience trip
Hang on. Oh, you were doing the high one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you did the low one. You ready?
Audience trip roundup. I started laughing because it was quite discordant again.
Is it me that makes it discarded?
No, it was me.
I'm not ready yet. So do you want to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 3.
Audience trip roundup. That was better.
That was not bad at all. In fact, I might replace the original with it. I'm not going to. So do you want a December trip report or do you want a current trip report?
December. Because that means it's older and we need to get it done.
Okay. That's fine. It is older, but it's come in more recently. So
Oh, then. Well, then I don't know.
December.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is from Emily Bailey.
Hi.
And Emily says, "Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Here's my trip report for December 2024, staying 3 nights in Cheyenne. We tried to visit the Christmas whenever possible, and I have lost count of our visits now. However, I did learn a lot from our recent stay, so I thought it would be worth sending in a trip report to share some of this with you." Yes. Very kind. "This was my first stay in Cheyenne since the park's opening year when I visited at 4 years old. I confess I really wanted to stay there again for nostalgia's sake, and having a 3 and a 7-year-old meant that Toy Story would be an absolute winner.
Yeah.
Our go-to hotel is Sequoia." This is really helpful for whoever it was in the chat asking about the two of them. "Our go-to hotel is Sequoia. However, at time of booking, it was rumoured to be renovated, so we decided to try Cheyenne. I hope you didn't do that because of us, because we thought it was going to be renovated, and then it's never happened, has it? Overall, I was pleased with it. The room was tight and pretty basic, but the theming was on point, and we only used the room as a spot to get ready for the park, so perfect for us. I absolutely loved the reception area. It was my favourite themed Christmas tree, and so inviting with its open fire. Yeah, I bet it's gorgeous in there at Christmas.
Yes, it is. Yes, it am.
Usually, we're all go on our trips, but this year I aim to slow down a bit more, and we always had a trip to the saloon before bed. I really loved this part of our day as it meant we could catch up and relax as a family, so we will definitely make time for this again in future trips. The hotel bars do get busy if you stay at for fireworks, so I recommend giving yourself at least one early night. Also, you could not order or pay at the bar, and they had one poor Also, you could not order or pay at the bar, and they had one poor gentleman taking orders and payments directly, which led to many people getting upset when they had to wait for extended periods, while some people were served instantly. I can understand the frustration of some of this, as they just wanted to pay so that they could leave. During our visit, my best friend was also staying on site as part of a large family group. I have grown up with her family, so it was lovely to spend time together. I know the Rains have a shared family trip coming up, so my advice is to not be pressured to do everything together. Try to schedule specific things you'd like to do, as being in a larger group does make some things tricky. In total, we were 14 at times, but no one was upset if people fractured off. The other group were staying in the Castle Club at the Disneyland Hotel for 2 nights. We overlapped by 1 night, which meant both families had full days in the park to go at their own pace. Well, we kind of did that when we all went, didn't we? We had a day and a half, I think, or something when we were all together, and we did stuff together, and then we didn't do stuff together the other times. It worked quite well.
And then Laura was the only time when it felt bad was Laura was looking after the kids, and we were, which was fine because she'd agreed to. But then we're on our way back, Laura. We'd just pop in to get a Choco Blast bar, and then it took us like 25 minutes to get a Choco Blast bar, and poor Laura was like, "Guys, what?" In fact, we ended up just kind of eating it on a bin, didn't we?
Yeah.
In an attempt to get back to Laura as quick as we could.
Yes, she was all right though.
She was fine with it. Yeah,
she liked being with the kids. And did they go and watch Stitch? Did you go and watch Stitch, Bonnie, with Laura?
She's like, I don't know.
Did you go watch Stitch live?
When
She can't remember.
I think you did.
were we doing Flight Force?
It was a few years ago now. Yeah, we were doing
Flight
Flight Force.
Force.
Yeah, it's good that, wasn't it?
Yeah, the look on your two faces.
I'm like,
I'm not a roller coaster person.
You're not.
I'm
You're
not.
not. I didn't.
You
I
looked
didn't- I didn't really
gleeful.
know
I
that.
thoroughly enjoyed it. The whole build up to it. It's like every time I fly in a plane. I don't enjoy the idea of doing it, but once I'm there, I do.
All these stories are on my video on my channel, Hugh Rain, and there'll be a DLP trip. When was it? 2020.
2022, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, the first time I did Tower of Terror, I nearly took the chicken exit, like at the end of the queue. It was just the anticipation was so bad. And then when I did it, I really enjoyed it. It made me giggle. But it was just like queuing up. I just got so stressed.
I talked myself into doing it when I went with Mum and Dad because Mum wanted to do it. And we were all set to go and do it. We walked over towards the queue and it was a 40-minute wait. And we just thought, I'm not waiting that long. And we gave up. I don't know that I would ever push myself to that situation again. So
But
maybe I would,
you've
but-
done the soldier drop, haven't you?
I have done the soldier drop, yeah. Yeah.
You see, that's worse, isn't it?
I don't know because I've not done Tower of Terror. So
Okay, fair enough.
I couldn't possibly say. Sorry, Emily. Let's carry on. We had the most magical evening visiting our friends over in their suites. They had adjoining rooms which shared a small foyer. I do believe this would have been odd if they did not know each other. The rooms were beautiful with so many magical touches that my daughters were in awe of. To be honest, we all were. We treated ourselves to some cocktails we bought up from the bar and shared the champagne the hotel had provided for them. I learned some insider knowledge. My friend's dad always oversees their bookings. He is a businessman, and this is reflected in how they plan their trips. They have been staying for 2 nights at the Disneyland Hotel over the Christmas period for many years now. Slowly, as their bookings elevated in price, usually because more and more family joined, her dad established more of a connection with the hotel, and now he only books direct with his own Disneyland Paris contact. Sadly, I don't have these details.
Huh.
When checking in, he will
Wow.
always inquire about upgrades and see what they can offer to make the trip more magical. This time, I know the children received a Regal Mickey and Minnie, and they were gifted champagne in each room. However,
children?
Yeah, apparently. They were sloshed.
They were battered.
However, a few years back, they were upgraded to the piano suite because it was vacant. They didn't pay anywhere near what the prices are listed as. I can hear Lucy uttering money goes to money, as it does seem unfair that
Money
they had
goes
offered
to money.
reduced rates at times. But I thought some of your listeners may be well-established customers that could save themselves money in the same way. I love the Disneyland Hotel experience, however. I think it was so special for me as I grew up visiting DLP with this particular family, so it just gave me all the nostalgic serotonin hits. As magical as the hotel was, my husband and I agreed it wasn't for us. We're still happier staying for longer in a budget hotel and keeping our cash to spend on experiences. Amen to that. My friend also said that she plans to visit next year, and even though her parents will be at the Disneyland Hotel, she is insisting on the Cheyenne because her little boy loves Woody. So yes, it's beautiful, but the perfect hotel isn't always the most expensive. My two were so excited to meet Jessie in the reception, meet and greet, and we had to wait less than a minute. My kids also just loved playing in the room. It was less exquisite, but a lot more fun. We would absolutely recommend Cheyenne. Frontierland is my favourite, and it gave the same comforting energy, all lit up at night. I agree with that as well.
I have a huge nostalgia for Cheyenne because when me and Hugh first went together in like 2001, was it? 2002? 2001?
One.
We stayed in Cheyenne as the cheapest option, just kind of doing a bit of a package thing. And I've just got such nostalgia for that trip and just like walking back through like the gravelly bit in the middle. And
And then the first time we went with Bonnie, we stayed there again.
Have we stayed there since as well?
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, we have. We've stayed there 3 times because
Have we?
yeah, because I drove there once because my hub came off and we noticed in the car park of Cheyenne.
Yes.
And then the first time we went on the train.
Yes.
And then in 2001 we went on the train.
Yes.
So we've stayed there 3 times.
Things fall off your car when we go to Disney. Like headlight bulbs go out, and we don't realise until we get home safely that it happened. It's not, it's not like we were driving around France knowing we had a headlight out.
No.
We wouldn't do that. But it's harder to tell because there's LED lights as well as the secondary thing, so you don't actually know.
Aha.
You don't know.
There's still quite a lot of
Okay.
trip report to go here because
Sorry, go on.
Continue,
Emily didn't edit 1,000
Christoph.
words. I'm just putting it out there, Emily. Way more than
You got
1,000
2 minutes,
words,
go.
but it is really
Reprimand.
good. My friend also explained that a massive negative from the hotel is that it is just too good. They spent extremely long periods at breakfast and dinner because the interactions were fantastic. They also got caught up in all the small interactions that occur throughout the day around the hotel, Add on to this that the room is just exquisite, they just found it hard to leave. As a group, they all had the Premier Access passes over their stay, and even so, they only managed around 10 rides total and no shows. Hence, I would say, if you do want to stay at the Disneyland Hotel, then add it onto the end of a booking so you can just enjoy your time there and inquire about doing room only. Ooh, interesting idea. Anyway.
You see, that is interesting because I would say one of the biggest perks is how close you are to the
I
parks.
agree, yeah.
So, but I agree with that. Like, if you're going to pay that money for that experience, you kind of want to be in your room.
You go and have one night and yeah, enjoy it. Anyway, back to our stay. My one moment of heartbreak was when Big Thunder Mountain broke down as we were in line to board. It's been at least 20 years since me and the best friend rode our favourite ride together, and sadly we didn't get another chance to. I can understand the need to shut it long term for refurbishment. Luckily, me and my 7-year-old rode it together once the others had gone home. We had half-board meal plan. We had a big breakfast at the hotel every day, which I couldn't fault. I loved the theming, and they had a big selection on offer. Amazing vegan sausages. The staff were fab and gave my 2 stickers. Alongside this, we ate at Walt's, Royal Banquet, and Pim's Kitchen. Personally, we loved Waltz, and Royal Banquet, and we booked these 2 in advance for our next day. Although unplanned, we were seated by the window at Waltz, and we got to watch the afternoon Christmas parade go past as we finished our mains. I don't know why I keep adding words to this when they're not written down. It was definitely a core memory for all of us. We couldn't fault the food at Royal Banquet. Me and my children are vegetarian, and there was plenty on offer, although I did feel disappointed that the meat was also added to some of the tofu options. I did see a celiac gentleman having an absolute nightmare. In the end, he went by what the allergy book said because all the staff said the opposing things. I overindulged, and because I consumed nearly an entire bottle of sparkling water, not going to waste it with those prices, I wasn't feeling great for a while after. Only myself to blame. We watched together straight after our meal, and I was feeling back to normal by the end. It was our first time seeing this show, and we will make sure we see it every time now.
Do you know, I've heard a lot of love for this together,
Yeah,
Pixar.
yeah.
I liked it, but I would give it 4 stars, not 5. Horses for courses.
Yeah. Personally, we didn't like Pim's Kitchen. In its defence, we ate there when it was very busy on our last day, so we were all tired and knew we were about to leave. The desserts were ace, but for some reason everything tasted like vinegar, and we didn't enjoy many of the mains. When I had desserts there, everything tasted of coolie.
No, I knew that was coming.
I thought you were going to say it was all a bit salty because we were crying into our meals.
I tried to get was it a photo or a video?
It's a video.
A video of Chris pouring the coulis on, and I didn't press the right button, and I was saying, no, keep doing it, and he just ended up pouring a full pot of coulis.
It was very tart.
Cheesecake.
This leads me to the main thing I learnt on this visit. In previous years, I've always found our last day to be wasted. We travel by Eurotunnel, so we have to leave the park at around 12 to get home. To counteract this year I booked the early seating at Plaza Gardens for their character breakfast, and we booked a late lunch at Pim. Our last day, we were in the park from around 8 a.m. till 5 p.m, and then we drove to Arras and stayed there for one night. For the whole of December, Arras hosts a magical Christmas market. You only got to pop in for 1 hour on a Sunday, but we've planned to stay longer there next year. There's been, I think, 2 other trip reports have mentioned this Christmas market.
Right.
Over their Christmas reports. It sounds like it's pretty awesome, so we'll definitely want to think
We
about.
do like a Christmas market.
Who doesn't?
I booked the early character breakfast under the impression you get early access to the park and can take lovely pictures without crowds. However, when we arrived, it appeared they let everyone in at the same time, and it was quite a flood of people. Yes, it was quieter than normal, but not what I had expected. Yeah. It was the first Saturday of the Christmas break, so a very busy day, but still I was shocked everyone was let in, and they came in with speed. The breakfast was okay, but I would never do it again. We had 6 amazing characters, but it turned out to be rather stressful, and we left before meeting the last 3 meets just to have some peace. Personally, I prefer Plaza Gardens for lunch without characters.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
We thought it was great, but it was quiet when we went in. We could get some nice pictures and stuff. So much of what I've learned can be reflected in our booking for next year. We have already booked our December 2025 dates at Davy Crockett Ranch, sharing a cabin with my sister-in-law and her husband. The day after we got home, I spoke with them and we agreed to change our booking. We had booked Friday to Monday, but we'll be avoiding the parks as much as possible on weekends at Christmas in future. It just becomes too much. Next time, we plan to treat our last day, Saturday, as an optional day. Me and my sister-in-law may pop in with my girls for a few hours first thing and leave our husbands to relax before we leave. However, if we're feeling tired, we will just leave when we're ready. We do plan to leave before 11 a.m. as we want to get to Arras as early as possible, as it was such a magical place and we plan to spend more time there. I really want to see it lit up at night. Another thing to note, I have a Violet disability pass and I find standing still very painful. My daughter and I queued up for Crush using a Violet disability pass on the Saturday and we waited 45 minutes. Whilst I appreciate waiting is part of what we need to expect, because this line is in theory shorter, they have 0 rain cover available. So we stood for 45 minutes in heavy rain.
no.
My daughter was desperate for it to be her last ride, so I endured it for her, knowing we'd soon be sat for most of the day. It was a very slow-moving line with only 15 groups in front of us, but it took an age, so I would still recommend visiting Crush early if you find queues uncomfortable. My daughter has a green priority pass, and we found this was usually a quicker queue. However, for Crush, they were sending all priority passes to the same queue. Usually, if there's a Premier Access line, staff will direct green passes to this line, and we found we never queued longer than 5 minutes. I don't recommend using a green pass if you have any mobility issues that limit your ability to board or evacuate rides, but if you just have difficulty standing, honestly, the green passes were much faster. We saw countless people with green passes join the wrong lines for up to 20 minutes and get turned away by cast members, so I would just suggest checking before you join in if you are unsure. Overall, it was another magical trip and one that has taught me a lot, which surprised me after so many years of visiting. Personally, I can't fault the staff. Everyone was warm and eager and spread the magic. I'm very excited to go back again in December, but our next countdown is set for our first ever Disney cruise in August. There you go.
Yay!
Thank you for that, Emily. Some really good insight there.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for elaborating so much throughout. Because yeah, there were times when we started talking that I forgot we were doing a trip.
Yeah, we got off topic a few times, didn't we? Well, not off topic, but away from the report. Yeah.
That's all right.
That's all right.
It is all right.
It's what we do.
Prompts
It's what we do.
discussion.
Yes.
Great, thanks.
Just for the record, Ruthie says she likes it when Lucy steers the ship.
Yes, it's important that somebody does that.
Saying, I'd just like to be appreciated.
I
That's what
like
it
the
is.
authority and your commanding presence, Lucy. It's much appreciated.
Thank you. I shall wield it liberally with you in the future, Chris. Now I know you enjoy it.
But not me. I'll balance you out.
Where's
Yeah.
a Mjolnir of failure?
Do you know what? It's in the kitchen.
Really?
Does that mean we're going on indefinitely, or are we starting the extra magic hours?
No, I think we go off and come back because that's
Well-
how these things work.
Joey has said, Chris,
Yes.
how do we find the link to the extra show on YouTube?
Well, it's funny that you should ask that. So there's a couple of things you can do, but the best thing to do is go to our Facebook group where I posted the link earlier on, and it's just there. The other option is to go to the Patreon link, which is in the description for this video, and follow that. And there should be the first post that's there, the most recent post has the link within it there. If you go into the post, you can play the video directly there, but you won't be able to interact. Whereas if you click on the link within the comments, you'll then be able to interact with us as well. Is that all clear? I think that's clear.
Yeah.
Also, if you've got any trip reports, you can send them to us to mailbox@37disneystreet.co.uk.
What's that address again, Chris?
It's 37 Disney... No, it's not. It's mailbox@37disneystreet.co.uk.
Can I do a shameless
I'm tired
plug?
now.
Do a shameless plug.
Do I have a jingle for shameless plug?
Shameless plug of the week. There
Thank
go.
you so much. My theatre show that I wrote and I'm directing and is supported through Arts Council England and Leeds Playhouse is currently in rehearsals. We've had 2 weeks rehearsals. We've got 2 more weeks rehearsals. We've got 5 amazing actor musicians. It's called The Flood and it's about the floods that hit Hebden Bridge on Boxing Day 2015. And I'm actually really, really proud of it. It's touring the north. So if anybody is near Chester, Southport, Manchester, York, Richmond, Hull, Hebden Bridge or Leeds, we have dates in all those places and we'd love to sell some tickets. It's that simple. So I think I may at some point put it on our Facebook group. If not, you can just look for The Flood, a musical.
The Flood, a musical.
The Flood, a musical. And yeah, if you fancy a theatre trip and you live near any of those places, we'd love to see you there.
Yeah.
And it's good too.
It's
So,
really good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how it's changed since it's
Evolved.
original form.
It's evolved quite a bit.
And I've just posted the...
It's now all rap.
I've just posted the link into the chat as well, or at least I've tried to. It hasn't appeared on there yet, but I have posted it. I assure you I have.
Cool.
So you can follow the link there. Is it there?
Don't see it.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh, does it not let you post links?
Oh,
In the meantime, well, no, I can't really log
Well,
off.
anyway,
yeah.
go and go find it in the description and stuff, and come and join us. Please do.
So with that, I'm just gonna say I have been Lucy.
You have.
These have been the boys.
I'm a boy.
I am as well.
Bye bye.
See you later. Hopefully in a few minutes.
Bye from Bonnie too.
Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.